This is, not new news, but it is really going through. Drake is really pushing it, especially with his new Iceman project coming out soon. People, don't forget, like, comment, all that good stuff. Subscribe if you can. Yeah, recent news. Drake's team's pushing, right? UMG to show Kendrick Lamar's paperwork, his contract, what they have with him, and plus some more news involving his, Kendrick's lady wants to know about domestic violence. This is getting ridiculous now. This is getting real petty. Like Drake is asking for the man's business, right? I know Drake is hurt because of the PDF stuff, but you're actually going as far to search and dig for some dirt, right? Defamation of character situation with Drake because Drake feels really disrespected from the Not Like Us being pushed by UMG. He's accusing UMG of doing unfair practices and pushing Kendrick's, uh, uh, Not Like Us to the top that made a lot of money for UMG. So he wants to hit him where it hurts, and it's money. That's real. Money. Drake is smart, like it or not. He's hitting them where it hurts. UMG, people are saying that his contract is almost over with them, so he doesn't care. He's rich, filthy rich. So this is like a game to him. So right now, his revenge is hitting UMG with this lawsuit, aka is hitting Kendrick, he wants to hurt Kendrick in some type of way through UMG. Will this work? Right now, people have been having this conversation for a while about the culture, about hip hop. Is this hip hop? People are trying to separate it, saying no. Um, this is something to me. It's it's personal as I examine this. But in the regards to hip hop, he's basically he's losing that card, like you would say, that black card. Um, he feels disrespected, but in the hip hop culture, you don't do this. You don't bring anybody to court over lyrics, right? But then it goes deeper than this. People are saying, which I have said, like it or not, Drake is exposing the industry, or he's forcing the industry to get exposed by doing this lawsuit. By him doing this lawsuit, it will expose UMG's practices, what they do. An example, he's setting an example, right? Standing up for the little guy. No, he's really standing up for himself because of this battle. If there was no battle, no beef, this wouldn't come out. A lot of things, we're going to find out a lot of stuff about UMG, how they operate. Um, UMG is a American and a Dutch company, right? It's not fully American. It is, you could call it European American. It's a global label, you could basically say, with a lot of American influence, but even outside influence. So right now that Drake is had many attempts to bring them to court, many attempts to bring them to court, and they shut that down. Will this go through? Do you think this is going through? Even if he loses, this is just he just wants to prove a point that he's willing to fight for his name, his brand, and everything. Even if he loses, he does not care, right? So where does this all go right now? Right now, like I said in a earlier episode a couple days ago, I think this is all cooked up by the industry to make money, because they're not making money off of hip hop like before. They're not making money like they were like before from artists, because a lot of artists, they're not really promoting. We used to call it commercial rap or commercial music. They're not really pushing brands anymore. That what helped the industry, have kind of a connection with other, corporations. You don't really see hip hop artists out there pushing other brands, which is stupid. They should be pushing their own, but that's not really big anymore. So what is big now is artists being streamers, if you can do it, being creative, more creative. Drake's doing that with the Iceman. Perfect example. I've been talking about this for years with my brother on the podcast. Drake, when he's coming out with an album, but he's doing this streaming episode thing, right? Series. That's what you got to do. If you want to stand out now, you can't just make music and post it online, or that's not enough. You got to be more creative. You got to make people want to know who you are. They want to know your character. So that's what Drake's doing with the Iceman whole series for his album. He knows, he sees it. He's smart, right? So he's setting up the blueprint. If you're an artist, you got to be more creative. You can't just do music and come out anymore. I see what he's doing. It's streaming too. He's with Kick, a big giant, right? Gambling. But the whole point is he's take him as probably the top artist in the world, one of the top artists in the world, is taking his content to streaming platforms. That's the big picture people should look on. So that's a win for him. So he's trying right now to win this case against UMG, proving that they done unfair practices, wants to hurt them. Is this good for the industry? I don't know, but I know that Drake is helping a lot of content makers talk about this whole case, right? I go straight to the point. I don't need to break down anything. I'm not a detective. Um, they they done what they done, right? Drake done his thing, Kendrick done his thing, right? This is the music industry. I don't know everything, but I've done my research over the years about the music industry. I'm not surprised. Drake's been at the top for about 15 years. They're tired of him. They'll do any type of tactics to get rid of him, even if they are willing to sacrifice a lot of money, probably. They want him out. He's the face right now. They want him out, right? So Kendrick, it seems to some people that Kendrick is with these people. And that's what Drake thinks. Kendrick is with these people, and Kendrick got his Not Like Us stuff pushed. What do you people think? It's not fair, right? But yeah, man, it's the internet's going crazy. The K bots, the Drake stands going back and forth. But the big picture, what I see is this is cooked up by the industry to make money, because they have not been making money, real money from music, and especially hip hop, for a long time, for a good while. That's why they said about 2 years ago or so that hip hop sales been going down to Afro beats. So when you hear about that and you see that, even though hip hop is worldwide and still the top genre right now, but when you hear something like that, a threat of it going down, they don't like that shit, because that's their money. So this beef, where people think, oh, it's so authentic, right, was influenced. 100% it's influence. The both parties knew, are aware, was aware of this whole beef, right? Probably before. And what ended up happening, they didn't, Drake's team never thought that they would be the losers, as they put it out there, the losers of this whole situation. Drake has released several projects after the battle. The battle's still going on. They're trying to say after. The battle's still going on, because What Did I Miss is a diss track, right? So the battle has never ended. It's not finished. I said this plenty times before. It's not finished. It's just they're not going back and forth track after track very fast, quickly. But the battle's still going on, right? Kendrick done a song with the Clips that was directed, I guess, at Drake. One of the I don't even remember the track name. I forgot the track name, but Drake, what did I miss is definitely a diss track. right? Um, People are gonna keep talking. They're gonna bring up his lost child or something. They're bringing up rumors and stuff. Uh, Drake wants to know about. That's what people are claiming with the paperwork about the the whole abuse claims. The abuse, yeah, the abuse claims which he put out there. So he wants to show people that he wasn't talking just garbage. He wants to show people that Kendrick is actually a woman abuser. So by putting that out there, he wants to smear him. It's an attempt to really smear him how he feels Kendrick smeared him as a PDF, right? That's what it is. And that's facts. That's what it is. So I don't know. A lot of people are talking a lot. I'm a content maker myself, but some people, they're not seeing the big picture that this could actually be cooked up. Why wouldn't you believe the industry could cook this up? You really trust the industry that much to think that they can't influence Drake or Kendrick Lamar to do this beef like it's wrestling? You honestly think there's no room for that? They have done it to boxers, people who they have done it in sports, right? Real sports. So you think they can't do this for hip hop, rapping, poetry? They can't influence people's pockets or influence them because there's money in this. They both have benefited in this, like it or not. Both parties have made a lot of money, still making a lot of money from this because people are listening. Now, I'm hearing about this Kojo thing, this guy who worked for some streaming, I don't know if he worked for UMG, some streaming company, and how he was behind the bots and shit like that. I don't give a who gives a fuck about that shit, right? Either way, he would be working for the industry. That guy would be working for the fucking industry. This guy Kojo, right? I'm not surprised. I've done other um subjects, not even this Drake thing. You want to call it conspiracy theory or whatever on other things. If other things in the world is corrupt, why you don't think the music industry's not corrupt to cook something like this up so people could keep talking and it could make you not look on the real subjects, what's going on, especially in America. People are worried about this Drake. See, they're doing it again. This Drake and Kendrick Lamar energy. Meanwhile, Mr. Trump is basically putting down martial law in state after state, slowly wants to take away the police power, so he could be the power. Mr. Donald Trump. That's what he's doing. Meanwhile, everybody's talking about this whole Kendrick and Lamar and Drake beef with this lawsuit. He loves this. Meanwhile, he puts out the ICE to take over the police forces in America, one by one. But people are more concerned about the Drake and Kendrick Lamar beef. I'm talking about it, but I talk about the realness too. That's what's going on. Mr. Trump is transforming the law enforcement in America as he sees fit. Meanwhile, we're talking about this. All right. So where do we go from here? Drake is doing the Iceman stream soon. It's supposed to drop today, August 15th. That's what people are been mentioning all through the net. But rumor is he might cancel this and reschedule the Iceman stream. We shall see if he cancels this Iceman stream. What do you think, people? And subscribe and comment because I know they shadow ban this my our YouTube account. They shadow ban this. They shadow ban the Down to Earth Network 100% because we speak the truth, right? And as your host, I speak the truth, no filter, right? So this whole thing, like I said in an earlier episode, is all cooked up by the industry to get people's interest. And they're making money content makers are making a lot of money now. So I guarantee UMG's getting into that business Content makers are making a lot of money now. Aiden Ross, a lot of money. Mr. Beast, a lot of money. Kai Sanat, a lot of money. Um, right now, if you don't connect with a content maker and you're a music artist, people don't give a damn about you. They don't give a shit about you. If you're not connecting with a content maker, you're irrelevant. If you're not doing an interview with a content maker, you're irrelevant. It's like you don't exist. Remember that. It's a new era. It's a new age. That's why artists want to become streamers, because they realize their music ain't shit without connecting with the people. And Drake is mastering it by doing his promoting his album on live stream. He sees it. It's not enough just to do a music video and put out music anymore. You, like I said, you better be on Aiden Ross stream. You better be on Kai Sanat live stream, or whoever else. You better be seen with Neon, whatever that kid's name is, Neon, and these and the rest of these other content makers, right? I guarantee Universal Music is gonna move in that you know industry more. The content maker streaming industry. There's a lot of no names I never heard of who are getting big from this. Right? Perfect example. There's this guy named Screwface Jean, right? I guess that's a French name. He's a music artist. I think he used to be associated with No Jumper, right? But this guy is a music artist, but now he's a streamer, and this guy has over 50,000 views, up to near to 100,000 views on any stream he does. He has more streams as a content maker than a music artist than when he was a music artist. He's a perfect example. Screwface Juan. I don't know if I said his name proper, but he has more viewership, more support as a streaming content maker than a music artist. And right now he's breaking down or he's talking about this whole Kendrick Lamar and Drake stuff. And he's getting more big from that than doing music. So this to show you the shift has happened and Drake knows about it. That's why Drake is getting into this kick stuff and doing live streams and doing the gambling with the stake stuff, because that's his way of doing content. Meanwhile, doing content, he's gambling. He's making money. He's basically saying, meanwhile, I'm on live stream. I'm not just on live stream talking. I'm actually making money in real time by doing gambling. I think that's going to become the big trend, because you could do it on Kick. So we're on Kick too. Remember that. Down to Earth Network's on Kick. So that's going to be part of content making. That's being added. So there's going to be different forms similar to the gambling structure of making money off of being a content maker. And right now, Drake's a content maker, a music artist, content maker, because he's doing these live streams for his album. This is going to probably be the norm for Drake, right? But yeah, man, people are yapping, people are talking. A lot of people are in their feelings, big time in their feelings, man, over this whole Drake and Kendrick Lamar stuff. It's funny. Some people need to get some help. Trust me, seeing all of this stuff back and forth, especially on like Twitter, you realize how much people are really obsessed with with celebrity. It's a game to me. It's funny, but you realize how much people are obsessed with celebrity. It's crazy, man. It's very crazy, right? Um, this whole lawsuit stuff, what Drake is doing is just to teach, or he wants UMG to feel something financially, and it's working. It's working, man. It's working. Drake is putting it down with his team. Kendrick business is going out there. I want to see a reply from Kendrick's team. They're just silent and quiet. They're just watching. They're just watching. You don't hear no reply or nothing, no rebuttal from Kendrick's team at all. Even though Drake is trying to, you know, put out his business, or he is putting out his business out there in the universe. This is crazy. It's getting messy. This is like Maury Povich online. It's like a Mary Povich episode, right? Everybody fighting, people accusing each other of things. It shall continue. Like I said, Drake is scheduled to be doing his new episode for the Iceman. I think it's episode 4. Maybe tonight we might be getting something. Maybe, maybe. But yo, people, please like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff, man, to the Down to Earth Network, because we just bring you the real, not kissing no one's ass, not taking no sides. Even though I like Kendrick, and you know what, I do like Drake's music when he does it for the, he's doing it for the clubs. But this whole battling thing, man, just stop it, man. This whole lawsuit stuff, you're gonna make really, you're hurting the industry in a way, but you're claiming you're trying to expose it for a lot of artists in Toronto or Canada. I talked about this before. People may not agree, but it's gonna hurt a lot of artists coming out of the city, because the perception of the biggest artist in the world, what he's doing. They're gonna be, they're gonna look on everybody. I don't care what anybody says, coming out of Canada, trying to make it in the industry, real bad, because they're already talking about Canadian. You see it online everywhere, making fun of Drake and saying, "Are the rest of you like that?" So anybody who's trying to make it from, especially Toronto, they're gonna paint you with the same thing, like they're painting Drake right now as a crybaby, as like, like, there's it's just making it harder for the scene, for anybody who's repping the city, because people been recognizing the city through Drake, because Drake brought the spotlight. So, man, it's really gonna hurt for a while. It might bring us back, like I said, my opinion, like 15 years. If you're from the city, you might not even want to say you're from the city, because it's not looking too good now. And Drake doesn't give a damn, right? So, people, please subscribe, like, and comment, and all that good stuff. It's the Down to Earth Network, Down to Earth podcast with your host, Sean Myrie. Out.